But let's get into NFL Week 1 predictions. Starting on Thursday, we got the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. I think Week 1, and it's also in Kansas City. I like the Chiefs. I think every time they play the Ravens, they play with a little chip on their shoulder, and how they play Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson will come with a chip on their shoulder, and we get to see how they will, like, against a Super Bowl team, how they will face rematch AFC Championship. Are they going to be run heavy? Are they going to get the pass going? I just don't trust them in a pass game right now. Not more so Lamar's a thrower, but you got Zay Flowers, you got Mark Andrews. I just think how Lamar is and his play style of running and how Derrick Henry is, you're just more one-sided to running than it is to passing the ball. And once that run defense stops, can they throw the ball? And I think that's going to be the biggest change right there. So I think that's how we're going to see from this game and the season going. But going into Kansas City, I like the Chiefs beating the Ravens. And we get to see how the Chiefs' new wide receivers look. Friday, September 6th, the Brazil game. We got the Packers versus the Eagles. I like the Eagles. Now, do I think the Packers win? No. I just need them to compete. As long as they compete, that's a good sign for the Packers. That's a good sign for anybody going into the season believing in the Packers and for Jordan Love getting paid all that money. My thing is, I don't trust Jordan Love beating, in my opinion, a team that should come out the East, which is the Eagles. I don't trust them beating the Eagles. And right now, until Jordan Love prove me otherwise, which I think he can prove me wrong, but as of right now, I think Jordan Love's a fraud. Like, I think we're basing it too much off of his last season and going into the playoffs and not his full season. Jordan Love might be a fraud, and he's on my watch list for fraud alert. But I like the Eagles beating the Packers. Hey, I will be at this game, so if you are a supporter, if you like my content, make sure y'all. I will be blogging that game also. The Steelers versus Falcons, I will be blogging this game. I'll be at this game, so make sure y'all come. Make sure y'all come, and make sure if y'all spot me, come dap me up, come say hello. If you want to be on the blog, come be on the blog. Steelers versus the Falcons. I like the Steelers over the Falcons. We get to see Russell Wilson, how he played. This should be a good game. This should actually be a great game. Two new quarterbacks. Offense will be revamped. I feel like our defense is better than the Falcons defense, but there's still some great defense because they added Matthew Judon, Justin Simmons. So that should be a great defense showing for the Falcons too. I like the Steelers, straight biasy. Even one biasy, I still like the Steelers. I feel like as long as they go in there, Russell Wilson have a great showing. He can win comeback player of the year. It starts right here. If we lose against the Falcons, I'm going to be butthurt. I'm going to lose confidence. Because my thing is, the Falcons are is a first half team. They can't ball in the second half. They cannot ball in the second half. And that's my biggest problem with them. If we lose against them, especially if we lose like the second half, I'm going to be hot. I am going to be hot. But I feel like as long as Russell Wilson can feed the ball to George Pickens, he has a great showing. I feel like AJ Terrell has to follow George Pickens. If he doesn't follow George Pickens, we're winning. We're winning. We're winning. We are winning. But I got the Steelers over the Falcons. Cardinals over Bills. I feel like that'd be a great game also. Give me the Bills just because I do trust the quarterback play of Josh Allen more than Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray, but I don't think I would choose him over Josh Allen. We get to see the two rookie receivers with. I need some water. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, y'all. But we get to see the two rookie receivers in Keon Coleman and Amari Harrison Jr. and how they'll play out. I think overall the offense right now is just better than the Arizona Cardinals. So I will take Josh Allen, but I do feel like that could be upset. and the Cardinals could win, but the Bills do have home field advantage. So as long as they keep playing how they play, I think they will take the Cardinals. That's another thing. Watch the Bills to be a bottom top 15 team. And the reason I say this is they lost too much. I think people are relying on Josh Allen more than the Bills as a whole team. Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback, but can he be that whole team that's really revamped and really don't have no receiver help? That's going to be my thing. So they could be a ball 15 or they could be a really good team. We just have to see how that plays out. Patriots over Bengals. Bengals, I just don't trust the Patriots as a whole. Giants versus Vikings. With them, I chose the Giants to win, but the only reason I chose them, I don't trust the quarterback play of the Vikings. That's my whole thing. I would trust Daniel Jones more than I trust Sam Darnold. If JJ McCarthy was playing, I'm choosing the Vikings. But as of right now, I'm choosing the Giants over the Vikings. Excuse me. And it really just go over the quarterback play. Titans versus Bears. Bears, just don't trust the Titans as a whole. Panthers versus Saints. Saints, I think Bryce Young will have a good year, and I think he can show them. I think as long as the O-line protect Bryce Young, the Panthers can turn around and be a good team or a decent team. But if the O-line can't protect Bryce Young, then that's my whole thing about that. So I do trust the Saints as a team more than I trust the Panthers. Jaguars versus Dolphins. I don't trust the Jaguar defense to stop the Dolphins, so give me the Dolphins. The Dolphins offensive as a whole is just too much power for a lot of defenses. And I feel like it's especially too much for the Jaguar defense. Texans versus Colts. I like Anthony Richardson. I think he can get the job done. The team as a whole, I think, is not enough for the Texans. So give me the Texans. Michael Pittman Jr., Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Richardson. Preseason did not look good, but he can turn things around. The Texans overall is just looking like a top 5 team, and they can turn around. The only question I have for the Texans, how would they perform with three number 1 receivers? All 3 of them guys can be number 1 receivers, so that's my thing. How would they perform and how they fit during the season? But going against the Colts, I like the Texans. Raiders versus Chargers, I like Chargers. Just don't trust the quarterback play of the Raiders. Simple as that. I like their defense, and I like Devontae Adams. I feel like if they don't get him some help soon or get him a quarterback, he will request a trade and leave because he does want a ring. But I like Chargers because I like the quarterback play more, and team as a whole, I don't trust the Raiders. Broncos and Seahawks. Seahawks, no real explanation needed there. Bo Nix, I feel like he can't have a great game, but overall, I like the Seahawks over the Broncos. Browns and Cowboys. This is America's game of the week, and it really just because of the game of the week because the Dallas Cowboys are America's team. But let's be real. This is not game of the week. I'm sorry to tell y'all this. It's much more games that could be game of the week than the Cowboys and the Browns. Let's be real. But give me the Cowboys because we got to see how Deshaun Watson play and how their season going to start. And the Cowboys, I don't trust them in the playoffs. In the regular season, I trust them. They look good in the regular season. I just don't trust the Cowboys in the playoffs, and that's the biggest thing right there. So as long as – and they got CeeDee Lamb back too, so I feel like their offense might be a little bit too much for the Browns defense, but they got to protect Dak Prescott with Myles Garrett. Bucks and Commanders, straight bias. I want Jaden Daniels to win and have a great first showing, so I chose Commanders over the Bucks. The Bucks can win this game, but I'm going to go with the Commanders. Not really too much in depth right there. It's straight bias here, Jaden Daniels. This, in my opinion, this is game of the week. I feel like the Jets and 49ers could be game of the week. The Chiefs versus the Ravens could be game of the week. But in my opinion, this is game of the week. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams versus Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. This is game of the week, and I got the Lions. I think the Lions team overall is better than the Rams, from running back to O-line to defense. I think the only thing you could argue is offense, and that the main thing is Puka Nacua. He might be the deciding factor right there. Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown season. I think people are riding that a little too long because last year he just did not look like that. But I like the the Lions over the Rams. And I will keep saying this. I will keep saying this. I like Jared Goff more than I like Matthew Stafford. I think Jared Goff is better than Matthew Stafford. I would stand and I would die on that hill. Going to our Monday night game, Jets versus 49ers. Who did I choose here? Let me go back to my predictions. I want to say I chose the Jets. The 49ers can win this game in San Francisco, but I want to say I chose the Jets. No, I didn't. I actually didn't choose nobody for that game. It's in San Francisco. They got Brandon Ayuk back. Who did I choose? I chose somebody. I think I want to say I chose the Jets. I think A-Rod can get it done. Gary Wilson can get it done. I think Jets defense might be a slight better than the 49ers defense. So I'm going to go with the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers will outplay Brock Purdy also. As long as they can control their offense with their star players, I think the Jets will get the job done. So them are my week 1 predictions for NFL. Make sure y'all like.